Welcome to Yoruba Torah Research Project International Headquarters, Nigeria. Yes, welcome once again to our video release at Yoruba Torah Research. Thank you for following us. In Olalelu Oyo Iwa. In Olalelu Oyo, praise be unto God, the creator of existence. So praise be unto him, he is the creator. So he's the most high God, and he's giving it to us to be here this day again. So we appreciate him. Say in Olalelu, that is praise and honor belongs unto the Lord, who you are, like is the creator. So praise to him. Today we'll be looking at one of those sisters I've been talking about that we're going to look at. So today we're not reading the scriptures. We're looking at some names, and so we're going to really know, follow up the direction of this work. So we are looking and working on some names. But before we go, so let's listen to our normal song anthem. I have no right to the song, so I just enjoy taking advantage of the song. God bless Evangelist Tokwe Alabi. So yes, come to.
Wo bó ṣe dé tó ń darí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jìnnì lọ bíbá o.
So this is the essence of this work, restoration.
Wo bó ṣe dé tó ń ṣàánú gbogbo ẹ̀dá pátá. Ibikíbi tó lọ ló ti ṣàánú. Ó débi ó gbà àánú wọlé.
The truth has come here. I told you why he has come.
Ó débi ó.
Mercy,
restoration. Èrò tó ńlá lọ́nà ẹgbà àánú Olúwa. Aláìsàn ẹgbà àlàáfíà o. Alára tí ò pé ẹgbàrá pípé. Aláìsàn ẹ dìde gbé àkéte. Ìyédè kí gbogbo orí tó ń tẹríba.
Thank you very much. We're going to continue with the song at the end of the teaching, at the end of the what we are doing today. So bow, let every darkness bow. So this is the light. And you have been teaching and saying that is who we are. Every false teaching saying we are our God. So the darkness, everybody should come to the light now. So so let's go down to our reading. Yes, no. Alright, thank you. So let's stop the music. Now, so what we are doing today in this particular video. Now, Yoruba language as the key to identification of the Hebrew descendants of Jacob. So we want to know where the Israelites are, we want to know who they are, where they are. So it's from what we have been doing so far, and that the Torah, the Hebrew Torah, coming out in Yoruba words and having the exact meaning which it's said to mean, actually shows that this vowelization of this ancient Hebrew consonants is the only way to go, because even the modern Hebrew that they use in Israel today, they have to remove a lot of consonants from the ancient Hebrew group of consonants to get their words. So that shows they are not perfect. They are very, very, very imperfect. For you to have to remove consonants, even one consonant, removing one consonant shows it's a great imperfection. Talk of removing 2, 3, or something like that, as many as that. So, and that's how most of their words are compared to the ancient Hebrew words and letterings. So, but here in our work here, vowelization of vowel, we just added vowels and then using all the consonants, keeping them contact, and then we get words that mean exactly the same thing. Yes, and our works have been generating more understanding that even words that are not that cannot be understood, that up to date, they will tell you they don't understand the Hebrew meaning of this particular word. Where with our work, we've been able to we engender and we'll get meaning to this word. And also, there are so many Yoruba words that Yoruba has. They just most of the words in Yorubas today are used. They are just they are deformed word from the word from the Torah. Yes, they have been deformed into the Yoruba we speak today, because most of the words we speak today are actually broken. They are fragments. And that is why most Yoruba words, we cannot really explain them, because we are using fragment of the original complete words. Now, like Oladipupo, now that is the full name, but somebody now say Ladi, Ladi, Ladi. So now, if something now happen and people, they lost the understanding of the Oladipupo, and it is Ladi, 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 if you say Ladi, so you will not get the original meaning of the old word, the name. So you just be perambulating, no matter how you try, except to get someone to tell you that this is the old combination of the particular word or sentence that makes up the name. And that is what we have been saying here in the Torah. Like the high place by the Yoruba, they call it okay. High place, they say high place is okay. But so what is okay? They can't explain. We just say okay. Okay means high place. Now, can you explain what is the description? What is the okay describing about the hill that makes it okay? They can't explain, because that word is dead. They killed that word, they've broken it into small pieces, which they've forgotten the original word. But from the Torah, we saw one of those words for hill is KR, and then adding vowels, and it is KR, and they said it means something that block view. That is okay, cut view, okay iri. And Yoruba proverb says okay tin ni ojari okay ton. That means okay tibi o block ojekari okay iri. Yoruba said, and they have a proverb that when a word is lost, proverb can be used to generate the word. So you can see with the Torah, the word from the Torah, and then the proverb confirms that the proverb confirms that the word from the Torah is original, is authentic than the word that is being used by Yoruba today. So the name for il is not okay, but okay iri, something that block view. Okay tibi ni ojekari okay ton, because okay tibi o koti view o koti iri ti okay ton. So you can see that now this is not just a gimmick, and this is just true. This is so true that there's nothing you can do about it. No matter how angry you are, no matter how angry you are to find out that this is true, but there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing against the truth. Then it is just true, so you can't do anything about it. The only thing you can do is say you want to fight, but this truth is divine and it's from God. So if you want to fight, just be ready. Make sure you are actually ready for the whole escapade and the whole outburst that God is going to release. So my name is you know me as an instructor, Benjamin Òyáṣeríálà. So it's here, Yorubas are descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now, before we go straight to the Hebrew, to the name of the sons of Jacob, now let's look at, so this is Genesis 1:1. So I'm putting it here today, so just to kind of revise. So let's see. This is where it begins from, and we work on chapters and then the same words coming out as the Yoruba words, and then the full definition of what the Bible is actually saying. And even here, it's even more detailed in the work here than what we have in the English Bible. So now this is the Hebrew words, and this is in the ancient Hebrew, but this is the Paleo Hebrew, not the most ancient. So these are the consonants written out. Then after adding vowels, Ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ìṣe èyí tí ó bọ̀ arọ́wá ìlú ayé mọ́ èyí tí yìí ṣán omi èyí mi. So ṣán omi èyí mi, that is the name for water. Ṣán omi èyí mi. That is, and that is the description for water. Water is always shaking. So that is the name for water. So we just say omi. What is omi? Omi kilomi. So the actual name is omi èyí mi. So that means our ancestors, they are scientists, so they gave names to things according to their characteristics. It is the characteristics of those things, object, that moves them to give name. So you don't say my ancestor just tell you water is umi, a meaningless word. So that is wrong. Yeah, we might have been believing that all the while, but we now know that it is wrong, and that it is true that we are actually Hebrew. And then you can see that you see the Yoruba words and then the Hebrew consonant working together, merging together perfectly to bring out It's not, you can't break this. You can't break this. You can only fight it and break your head, but you can break this. This is so èyí tí ìṣàn omi èyí mi wo èyí tí èyí eri ìṣe, that is the earth. I mean the earth is talking about the ground, the block space that you cannot move through the earth except you have to dig. So èyí eri ìṣe, that is a short in place. So and this is the translation, the beginning forth, creation which you fought forth. Lord, life is attributed to, that is Eluaye. But those of the suspended, so Shan Umeyemi, that is called heaven, is Shan that is suspended. So just like so I've read this before, but just going through it again. Suspended, one that shakes, that never stops shaking, that is water. So the descriptive name for water is one that shakes, that never stops shaking. Umeyemi. Behold, those of the top of the close end, because to them they look at the atmosphere is open, but the earth is the only closed place that it is seen. Got to see it is closed up. So top of the close, so eri is say. So you can see what I've read out here is, though the Yoruba words may sound archaic, for anyone who understands Yoruba word, we know that yes, this is Yoruba. This is very, very, very Yoruba in explanation. Then this is Genesis 1:14, and I really appreciate this place because this is one of the places that shows that the information coming out from here is more detailed than what we have in your English Bible. In the English Bible, they just say in the verse 14, they just said season, just say season. But that word they just put season. It's not the actual word in the Hebrew. It's not about sea. Though there are many words that they describe different season. They do not just say season. And you will see from the reading now. I know this is more like a distraction, but actually we have to lay this foundation to build on that, because we have worked on all this and we have seen that the words coming out are Yoruba and they coincide exactly with what is in the Bible. So we can use that as a basis that yes, we have a ground to stand on, that this vocalization of the Torah into Yoruba language, into Yoruba language is actually working, and it is true that the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they spoke in Yoruba language, and they are the ancestors of the Yoruba language. So verse 4. So let's see here. So this is it. There's the reaching out. So Elu ayimo wi iyi amo oro yoha yo. That when God was calling out the light, amo eyore, kotomo ore. That is a light, of course. Ti shan omi eyemi, that is suspended waters, that is water in the sky. When God separated water from water, there is water at the top, that is shan omi eyemi. Oba orun iko ayeho, that is, it is staying in the atmosphere. Orun iko ayeho. And you see, this is one of the things that there's some of the sayings today that you hear that among some local Yoruba, they say Orun used to be very close to the ground before. That is, the heaven used to be very close to the ground before, but now it now goes up. But actually, what happened is that the word Orun is not the word for heaven in the ancient Yoruba. Now you can see that Shan Omi Eyemi is actually the word for heaven, that is suspended waters. But the word Orun is the word for height. Orun is like atmosphere. And so like now, the word for mountain, all the way you see mountain, in the ancient Hebrew is Orun. They call it Orun. They call mountain Orun, that is high place. Places that are very high. That is higher than Okeiri. Okeiri is just something that block your view. But mountain is more than blocking your view. It is massive. It covers the atmosphere. High into the, high, very, very up. No, but not really heaven. So the word Orun is used for mountain, and all those spaces where the mountain is, like the atmosphere that all those levels. So that level of where the mountain range is called Orun. So now that's what they say, like atmosphere. Orun iko ayeho. Orun iko ayeho. And you can see the meaning for that. High hanging allowance. That is a kind of a place, a height that is suspended and allow movement. Aye. And so this is where you get the word aye. Aye means something that allow. Unlike Erisi, the earth, Erisi, that you cannot move through. You cannot move through the earth. Said you have to dig. But this one is by nature, it allows movement. Ọ̀run ìkọ́, that is hanging, it hangs around a wrist, it hangs upon a wrist. Ayé, one that permits. Now, mountain is called ọ̀run, but this one, the ordinary atmosphere, is called ọ̀run ìkọ́, ayé, that is hanging, atmosphere hanging upon the earth, and it allows, you can easily move through. Ale abada aye ala, that is to create a division. Ale abada aye ala, that is to Allah, that is division, to create a space, a separation. Ba èyí ni èyí òyọ ìwámọ́, that is talking about the daylight òyọ ìwámọ́, that's which bring that is daylight. Wo ba èyí ni, that is also to make a difference between the daylight and the èyí. Ale Oyo Lea, that is talking about weak light. Oyo, that is weakness. Ale, you write word for Ale, they say somebody is lazy, and you so that is talking about night. That is talking from night. That's where the word Ale comes from. It's because it's talking about weak showing, weak light. Won yo wa li ami. Iwa Odayomo, that is now these separations of the daylight and the darkness, also then it's also as a sign for Oda, or the time of what you call Oda in Yoruba is a time of kind of dryness, when there is like a dry season, Oda, when things are not there, when things are lacking, like the dry season when there is no rain. There's no rain, so no growing of plants, plants not growing or things like that. So or that, like it's kind of lack, that something that cease. So you can't plant again. You can't get all those fresh things that you used to get before. And most of the time during dry season, most fruits they don't really produce that time. They don't grow. They even dry up. So or that, like it's like some of farming. So you are Odayomo, so you can see it there. So you can trace the color. Then second one is li e tutu, or I can put here li e o tutu, that is talking about coldness. Now this is from Genesis 1 verse 14. Check your own Bible. You see that you don't see all these things there, but here by just putting vowel, see this word, and this word actually are talking about season. Actually true, but we have to be exact. This is an ancient document, and this is the document only papers. This is only message. It should not be rationalized in any way. So and you can see the information coming out. So if somebody now want to challenge this word, and then you say that it was said in the book of Revelation that anyone that add or take away from this book shall be cursed, then those that wrote the Bible you are reading, they are the ones that should be cursed, because they have taken away but probably accidentally, so not intentionally. So but they don't understand, so they don't know what to do about it. So they have to manage the little information they have, so they generate that. So God might not really cost them. So now, but for you to now use that for me, you can see from work here, you are keeping every consonant, not removing anything. And I can see the words coming out perfectly, talking about the seasons. So you can see, if you actually, instead of God causing that curse, the scripture you are using, trying to bring curse upon this world, is actually for the establishment of this work. And it's actually by the reason of this work coming out, which is the truth. If you keep on holding onto that document, which comes from removal and decapitation of some of the words and the letters here, then you are the one that will be cursed. Because now you've seen the light, but you just, because you want to remain, you want to continue holding what you've been there before, even though you can see so that what is here is true, and then the consonants are perfect, not decapitated like the one that was used for what you are reading. But you choose to stay with that which was actually came out from removal and probably and some addition. So I think you should be the one that should be under that punishment, and not this work, no, I carrying out this work. Then it's next one, third one, Iwa Eshe Inoyomo. That is, Eshe in the Torah is used for fire and then eat. So that's talking about hotness. That is talking of time of heat, when there is great heat and temperature is very high. So that is another time of season. We have Odayomo, something like famine or dryness. We have Ututu, and then we have Eshe Inoyomo, that is talking about eat. Then we have the fourth one, Iwa Ale Oya Ome. That is the coming up of water, like the rising up of water level. And so that's which actually happened during the rainy season, the rising up of water level. That is in verse 14. So you can see all these words are coming out there about seasons. And this, and if when your Bible, all these things were not said this way. So you can see that what we are saying here is actually what is coming out of here is definitely true, and then is very detailed and very perfect. So it's not a product of I trying to adulterate anything. Yeah, so it's just adding the vowels and then we get the words. And so this is Psalm 92 verse 3. So you also read this. So this is the perfect Yoruba now. Oluyo Oshe Awo Iru, that Oluyo, that is something that something that you struck to bring Oshe Awo Iru, that which is unison of sound. So that's talking about drum or any or an instrument, something that you eat, that by striking it gives you what? It gives you sound. It could be strings, it could be anything. When you struck it, then it bring out sound. Or luyo, or she awo iru. So, but in your Bible, English Bible, they put 10. So you also put it here. So if it is 10, I want to stand with ewa iru. So if it is 10, and that which is ewa iru, that means from the time of David, they have been using ewa for 10. For number 10. That means ewa as 10 has been from the time of David, because this is the Psalm of David. Then also, wa oluyo oni ibula, oluyo iyi ogun iyo iwu. Ogun, that means loud noise. Iwu, that means to make sound. Woman, ni ibo ikun, ni awo iru. So let's just read. I've read this one before. I think it's last two videos away. So just read, you pause and you read. You can see that yes, and compare with what you have in your Bible. So you see that yes, this information here are true. So now, having re-established the basis for this work, so now I want to go back to the 12 tribes of Israel. Wow, sorry, taking more time on the establishing the foundation. Now we have the word Abraham. That is what we have in the English Bible. But in the Torah, it is what? R-B-A-B-R-M. And they said it means father chiefly one. That means a father a chiefly one. To father a chiefly one, that means to give birth to a chiefly child. Something like that. So now, is Abi Are Omo. Now, to father is to give birth to Abi. Sorry, I don't want to divert at all. The word Abi has a law, is a teaching on it alone that maybe next time. But Abi Are Omo. Abi Are Omo. So chiefly one. Omo. So that is what this word that we call Omo today. Child. Actually, that word is not generally child. It's actually somebody that is joined to you. So it could be child, it could be servant. No, even in Yoruba today they call Omo Odo. Omo Odo. That means they too they are Omo, but they are not giving birth, not Bibi. Kinshi Omo ti abi Omo Odo. Omo to stay Omo Odo, but not the one that was born. So, but this one is talking about this person gave birth to a particular child. Abi Are. So Are in Yoruba word is chief. Is the word Are. Even some of the recent titles Are or Nokakanfu. So Are is a kind of a chief. So father chiefly one. Abi, Are, Omo. Now these are the consonants. You can see in black are the vowels that are added. Now the second name is Abraham. So father, chiefly people. So Abi, Are, Ihi, Amo. So Amo is kind of a generic word for human being, for humanity. It's a generic word for humanity. So like a nation, and most of the time in my encounter that I've seen so far in this Torah work, it is most of the time when you see nation, it is actually this Amo. When you're talking about people, large number of people, when they are referring to humanity, so it's like an Amo. Or so this is Abi, Are, I, Amo. That is one who father chiefly peoples. So that is that's that. Then the name Isaac is there to mean he laugh or he mock. He mocks. He laughs or mocks. Isaac. So this is a consonant. This is a consonant. And then after adding vowel, it means he laughs. So he say iku eke. I'm gonna put oku eke. He say oku eke. So I can say oku eke or iku eke. But if I say iku eke, that means I'm going to some tongues and some Yoruba local tongues. But he say oku eke, actually that would be better. That would be more modern for me. For me, to oku eke, that is putting instead of I, is a recent Yoruba. But Ikweke, this one more older. So he say Ikweke. Now, Ikweke means you are lying. You are saying somebody is lying. You are saying somebody is lying. Ikweke. So this Ikweke is actually, I remember it so much about my grandmother used to use it, especially when she and my parents, when they are talking or some other people. And then we just started laughing, started smiling or laughing. Because they believe you don't understand what they're really talking, the depth. You see, a quickie, that is, you are laughing in falsehood without you don't understand what they're saying. You're just laughing, like a quickie. So you can see that. So they actually say it. So that means they are saying that we are in falsehood. That's it. You don't understand what we are saying. You are just laughing. That is, they are telling us that we are laughing falsely. Probably they are talking, they are laughing, but we just laugh too. But we don't understand. So the quickie, that is you don't understand. Like it's falsehood. Like it's so you don't understand what they are doing. You're just and actually that's what. What Abraham did and Sarah did when God said they're going to have a child, they laughed. So that smile, even they did not say, hey God, that is keep on fooling yourself. You cannot say that. But that smile is saying it. That smile is the same as saying it. Because that what God said, so you don't believe me, you say I'm falsehood. So he say that is they did Ikweki, though not by saying that, because they fear God, they did not say God, you're a liar, you are false, but their action, that smile, in their mind, they've already said it. They did not say it about, and they and what they said in their mind was revealed by their smile. That smile is Ikweki, that is, you are lying, Joe. Just Abraham even said, God, forget about it. Just allow Ishmael to live. So he say Ikweke. And sorry, I said yes. I remember it from especially my grandma. She used it very well. We children when we go on holiday. So let me show you. Let me show you the picture of that grandma. So this is my grandmother. So you can see me, this is my grandmother. Yeah, that is the mother I used to see Okweke when she was much younger, and they're talking, and then we try to do as if we understand that they're laughing, and we laugh with them. So you don't understand what you're saying, you're Okweke. So right. So Eyise Okweke. So that means the name what you call Isaac is actually what? Eyise Ikweke. Eyise Okweke. Then Jacob. What is called Jacob in the English Bible. So it actually means to say overtake, supplant. So same thing, overtake. To take possession of another. So Jacob, as this is what we have in the Torah. So this is what representing the rewards, and actually, very easily, based on their on what was already on ground, understanding on ground, I will have say Oya, and that's what I first did. I say Oya or Kobi. Oya or Kobi, that is that the one that overtake the firstborn. But on thorough understanding by the help of the Holy Spirit, I was able to see that so I read the place. Esau was born first, not that he did not overtake Esau. So Esau came out first. But according to still today in Yoruba land, when you give birth to a child, the next thing is for the placenta, which is called Ibi to come out, which is Iko. So they call it Oko Ibi, Oko. That is something that hang onto a bat that hang to a child, Ibi, to the hang on that which is a child. So it is actually that placenta that Jacob overtook. So, but according to the Yorubas, if you give birth to a child, that particular birth, the giving birth to that child is not yet complete until the placenta comes out. If the placenta is still inside, the delivery is not finished yet. So Esau was born, the placenta yet to come out, then Jacob came. So it's like to them, the birth of Esau was yet to be complete, and then the second one now came. So that is the supplanting there. So that means he overtook the placenta. So he did not wait for the placenta of his brother to come out first. So he overtook the placenta. So the name is Oya Oko Ibi. Oya Oko Ibi. So Oko Ibi is the placenta. So he overtook the placenta of Esau. And not necessarily, he did not, because if you read that particular place, you see that the first Esau, he said the firstborn came out. The first one came out. And when a child has already come out, you don't put the leg back inside so that the Jacob can hold it. You don't put the leg back inside so that Jacob can now say, I want to hold the leg. No. So I think that's more it is more. I think that challenge comes from the consonant here, because this consonant also is used for instrument for walking, ladder, and then legs too. That is something that you put on the ground for support. Akoba, and that is the akoba, something that you put. So it's something that gives us support. So our legs is akoba because it gives support to the whole body. It's one that so we stay on our leg. We put our legs on the ground to stay. So ako esewa helakili ba our balo yese. So ladder too is even today we call ladder akaba. But it's actually more from the Hebrew settings. Is the Hebrew understanding is ako, something that you put on ground, that you now stay upon, that you balance upon. So it's akoba. So it is that misunderstanding that they so anywhere they see akoba, they believe it is leg, but here it is not leg. It is actually oko. It is talking about the placenta, which is the okoibi. So, and from there you can see already you are already getting words. So now first thing is oya. Oya means overtake, overtake, and this oya is where see when the Yoruba people say okay oya and something. So say oya. So actually that river was, when they came here, they named that river after Jacob, which is Oya. And then the name Okobi that you are always saying is actually from this word Okoibi. So that is the name where you get the name Okobi. I am here speaking with I'm not suggesting, I am speaking with all authority that this is who these people are, and this in our oral history. And so I'm telling you who these people are, and then a community that are actually who they are today. So Oya, so what do you say Oya? Okay, Oya. So Oya is actually talking about the upper part of a community. So that river is Oya, but it's a community. It's upper part of that nation, upper part of that country. So that mean they were actually bearing the name Oya before. So we have the name Okanbi, yes, from this Okoibi. Now the second name of Jacob is Israel, but when the man that gave him the name, he says two words. He said he prevails on God, which is the Lord. He prevails on Eluayimo, that is Lord, and he excels among men. So there are 2 points there. But most of the people that have been, if you check most of the definition that have been given for the name Israel, they always say prevails on God, prevails with God. No, that name it's not like that. It's because they just make easy work by looking at this L and this E, and they turn it to Hail, which is Elu. So turn this one A to A, make it Elu, which is Lord. So they just quickly round it up. No, that is not. That is a very wrong. That is a very assumption, because the name has 2 events, 2 keywords: prevail with God and excel among men. So he excel above men. So he will. So Oya. So Oya is from the name Oya here. That is Oya Okoibi. So that first name was taken. Oya, that is you. Oya. You prevail, not just you not just overtake placenta, but this time you're going to prevail with God and you will excel among men. So the name is Òyáṣeríálà. That is Osheri, that he prevails. To prevail is means to be the head, that is to be above. So Òyáṣeríálà. So he prevails to come and excel. He prevails with the Lord and comes to excel among men, to excel above men. So it is those keywords, prevails and then excel, that were used for the name. So the Sheri is for with God, in relation to God, but to excel and is in comparison with men. And you can see that since then, that name actually is like a prophecy. He prevails and we excel. And so it's Òyáṣeríálà. Òyáṣeríálà. Again, Òyáṣeríálà. So who we are? So we are descendant of Òyáṣeríálà. Oya Okobi, the name was changed because so we cannot be over. We're not placenta over commerce. We overtake, prevails with God by prevailing with God and excelling above men. So that is the name of what we call Israel. Israel in the Bible is nothing like Israel. It's actually Òyáṣeríálà. So now we'll now go to the 12 tribes. The name of the 12 sons of Jacob. Now, before I start this, it does not really mean that those people, this name, people that I'll be pointing out as these names, community, that they are just the 12 tribes. The 12 tribes, they have become nations, big nations, with many different names. They have large communities, and all those communities, they have different name of people. Like for example, the tribe of Judah. Judah is a tribe, but under Judah there are so many cities. Caleb has his own city, has a city named after him. So you can't expect that now. So the children of Caleb now, if they still keep the name of their ancestor, so wherever they are, they will not be keeping their name will not come out as Judah. So I want us to understand that. And these people have spread apart, but it's just that we still have some people still bearing this particular name. The way the name is going to come out in Yoruba. So we have some people, some of those descendants of those particular tribes that still hold onto that name, those particular names. And what I'm going to see is that even what the name that was going to be generated, will also be working with some of the oral history that is being kept by those people. So we're combining their local oral history with their names coming out from here, and then we'll be able to perfect. You see the perfection of the work, how those things work together. All right. Let me do a push up here. All right. So the first one is Reuben. Behold a child. Behold a child. So this is a word written here the way it was in the Torah. So now this is vowelization. Ri eyi wo ibi ni. Ri eyi wo ibi ni. Ibi ni. So that you can say ibi is, that means a delivery. Ni have. So a delivery that we have. So since the child has not gotten a name by that time, so they call that child that is ibini, that is ibi, something that we delivered and we have, and this child that we deliver, the child we deliver ibini. So ri eyi wo ibini. So you can see from this word, we can see ibini, which sound like Bini, the Bini people. We call Bini to the boy. It's Bini. And also you can see Eiwo, which will sound like Iwo today. We have the communities that sound like Iwo, and then we have a community Ibini, which is called Bini people. Now, so how do we decide? But for Reuben, I say they are Iwo. So the Reubenites are the Iwo people among the Yorubas. And now let's look at this name. So you're going to see the difference. Why I choose that the Reubenites are the Iwos, like the descendants of Reuben that are still using the name of their father, are the Iwos. And one of the challenges, as I've said before, that one of the reasons why these people cannot explain most of their names is because they are bearing fragments of the names. So when you remove a fragment from a whole sentence, most of the time you might not be able to get the bearing of that word. And because even some of the sound has even changed, so you cannot. So that's the lost. We lost most of this understanding of the meaning of those words. So, but now let's go to the next one. Benjamin, that's the last one. So it means child of right hand. They said it means child of right hand, but I say no. It doesn't. It is not that. Well, this is my. This is the consonants. This is a group for which represented in the Torah. So this is my resolution. Ibini, iyomo yeni. Now, so the reason why you see the ancient, the previous definition as child of right hand was standing is because these same consonants stand for right hand. This YMYN is what they use for right hand. Now, right hand is iyomu yeni. That is when you use it to take something, it is you are respected. O yeni, so yeni, that means something that is good, that befits, that is right. So iyomu yeni, that is the right hand. So when you use your right hand to do something with outdoor, to take something, they think this child has respect, has good home training. So it is fitting. But if you use your left hand, they will send you, they will say your parent did not train you, you too, you did not train yourself. So that is it's an insult to use your left hand. It's I don't know. It's not worth it. It's not good. It's a bad habit. So even so, you can say that the name for the right hand even shows the culture of the Yorubas today. Iyomu yeni, that is using the right hand to take something is good. That is the word for right hand. But here in the name of Benjamin, it is not about iyomu yeni. It is iyomo yeni. That is the coming of Benjamin to him is good. Unlike the name that the mother gave him, that that is a child for sorrow, the one that brought him sorrow, that brought him pain. So, but Jacob gave him another name that no, this one is not a child of sorrow to me. This is a child that is fitting, that is right for me. Iyomo, that is Iyomo. This one coming to me is right, is good, is the best. So now from this we can see we have two Ibini. We have Ibini here in the name of Reuben. We have Ibini here in the name of Benjamin. All right. So how do we now? But I said the tribe of Benjamin is the tribe of Ibini people. That is the Bini people. The original Bini people now. So I said, yeah, they are descendants of the tribe of Benjamin. Now this is it. There's this struggle between the Yorubas and the Bini people. They are always fighting that Bini is from them. Yoruba too will say Bini is from among them. Don't mind. So don't mind all of them. Yeah, it is a loss of identity that is worrying everybody. Now, the Benin people has a story. The Yoruba celebrate Odua, but the Benin people said no. Odua used to be a prince, and he was to be killed, and he escaped. But we'll see better when we go downward. But for me, I say Odua is King David. He's the David of the Bible. That one they call David in your Bible. But his true name, according to the ancient Hebrew tradition, is there's no V in the spelling of his name. There's no V or Phi that will make it, or F that will sound Phi. It is DWD or DWYD. They choose different spelling. Sometimes that is to show that it is a sentence. Sometimes they use a full sentence. Sometimes they use shortened sentence. So DWD or DWYD. So since it is W that was there, so it is Odu Iwa Duwa. So I said later we'll still consider the names. So I said Odua is King David, and he was under a king Solomon, and King Saul. It was under the King Saul, and King Saul is from the tribe of Benjamin, and King Saul decided to kill the one we call David, which is actually Odua. So Odua escaped from being killed by King Saul, and he became a king. So you can see the oral history of the Benin people actually exactly with what we have in the Bible. So you can see the name coming out from the Torah, and then their own oral history that they don't even know the source. They just say they're just saying it. If it has come from merge in and fit them that the tribe Benin people are descendants of Benjamin, the son of Jacob, which I will call Benjamin Ibini Iyomoyeni, the son of Òyáṣeríálà. So you can see that. So the Reuben people are the tribe of Ewo. That is the Iwo people in among the Yorubas here, and they have their own king too. So so that means the firstborn of Jacob is Iwo, and you can see, and I think this Iwo is one of the people that has been talked about, the Okombi, and you say children of Okombi. So next is Simeon. It means to be acknowledged. So it means to be acknowledged, and so this is what we have from the Torah, this ancient Torah. So and this is after adding vowels, She Imo or Wani. That is, God acknowledged that Jacob did not love her. That is the name she gave. God acknowledged that Jacob is not seeking her. Jacob is not caring for her. He's not seeking. He does not even want her. So She Imo or Wani. So now, so this word Owa, Owa. So that is the name. So the tribe of Simeon is Owa. So the descendant of the tribe of Simeon that are still holding their names. So they are here among the Yoruba here. So we have the Owa people. Owa. You can see it just the change of sound is not really very different. It's just this particular E, which is with a mark that was removed. So Owa. So but today they call it Owa people. They call themselves Owa people. Those ones are they are from the tribe of Simeon. So next one is I'm looking at Judah, the tribe of Judah. Praised, that is to give praise. Praise. So this is it here. You can see it here. So on addition of words, yo I owu da in. Yo I owu da in. Now owu da in. Owu da in. Like our last reading, I said the word praise. The Hebrew word for praise, they said it's not just singing, it is throwing something. But actually it is idawote ni or le ile idawote, that is raising praise, throwing hands. So that particular word praise is a combination of two things, singing and throwing hands. Singing and throwing hands. So now, the name Judah here is Yo I owu da in, that is bringing out sound, making sound and throwing praise. Making sound, throwing praise. Owu da in. Owu, that is that is making sound. Yo I owu da in, that is this child is a noise of praise. It's a noise of praise. Your you dying. So of course when you give out to child, the child must cry. So to her it is owu dying, your iyi owu dying. That is the crying of the child is praise. Your iyi owu dying. Who cry unto praise. Whose cry gives praise. So that means the cry of the child is what is praising God. But to her, it's actually all those names are actually contentious name, because she was contending with her sister. The sister has took the husband, but she is taking all the children. So to her, so she's giving those names to comfort herself that yes. So this one, it is praise to God. Even though the previous one was whammy, that is, husband is not looking for her, but this one, the sound of child has become what is becoming praise. That is for her, so she has something to praise God for. So when she hear the sound of those children crying, to her it is praise. That even though the husband did not like her, but praising God that she has children to comfort or console her. So your iyi owu da hehe. So you can see, so this is a way owu, that is to make sound. Owu. So that is a fragment that is being held today. So the people of Owu, you call them among the Egbas, but they are more than the Egbas actually. So the Owus are what? The Owus are what? Are the tribe of Judah. So the Owu people are descendants of Judah. Still holding onto a fragment of their ancestral name of Judah. So, and just as I said before, that it doesn't mean that the Owu people are only the tribe of Judah, because now one of the among the chiefs of the house of Judah has a son. The first chief has a son called Caleb, and that word Caleb, it means dog or backing. But actually when I work on them, it is Aki Labi. You say an ajanki, so that is Aki Labi. That is, you give birth to one that is backing or that is crying. So Ake, so that is crying. So Ake Labi. So now you can see, and among the Egba people, we have the Ake tribes. We have the Ake tribes. So definitely from that name, and Caleb, which is Akelabi, as the other tribes, when they were inheriting their own lands, Caleb has his own inheritance as a tribe, not as Judah. Apart from the tribe of Judah, Caleb has a land that belongs to him. So you can see how the Ake people of Egba can stand on their own. And they are with the Egbas, they are because they are even strong as they are very strong as some of the communities that their names are coming out here as a tribe. Because yes, the Caleb equates like a tribe on his own because he got a land in the land of promise. Like every tribe, each tribe is getting land. He got a land of his own. So the Ake people, by that, according to their name of the Akelabi, which is their ancestor, they are the tribe of Judah too. But the name Judah itself is Owu people. The next discuss the tribe of Levi. They call Levite, Levi. It means to attend to or join. That is, she is expecting, she's dreaming that Jacob will come and attend to her, or will come and stay close to her. Now at least we love her. We come and love her. Since now she has all the children, and while her sister is not having any child. And so Levi. So, but in the real sense, there's no V or Phi letter F in that particular name. So how did the letter F actually came in? So you can see a lot of alteration. So to David and then to Levi, there's a lot of alteration. It's alteration because there's no the Phi sound. Was never in the name, so it is LWY. And from the definition of the name, and so Ileiwa Oya, that is the coming Ileiwa, that is the ability to come of Oya, that is now, or he will come. Oya is the husband, which is Jacob. Oya Ikoibi Òyáṣeríálà. So Ileiwa Oya, that is the now Jacob will be able to come. Now that I have all the children. So you can see that Ileiwa Oya, well, there's nothing like feed there that should make it Levi or Lefi or even like Ileife that we have today. But looking at the word Iwa Oya, that is the coming of Oya. Now, this is one of the challenges that we have. This translation from this WY to having Phi is a confusion, and that's the same thing with the way the Yorubas are confusing a lot of words today. When they don't understand a particular word, they try to call it, and they try to reason from the way it sounds. A word that has been removed from a particular sentence, you now try to listen to it the way it sounds, and you want to generate the meaning of the word from the way it sounds. That's one of the challenges that converted this WY to F. Now let's look at it here. Iwa Oya, just I put it here. Iwa Oya. Now, from my understanding, because of my understanding, I know that yes, this Oya is talking about Jacob. Oya actually means overflow. To overflow, to go wide. Overflow. But in this name, I know that she is not expecting anything to overflow. She just wants Jacob to come to her. So that is her expectation, and that is this name. But to someone who didn't understand that, who just read this Iwa Oya, you say the coming of what? Overflow. And when you say overflow, that means to widen, which is fair, which is called to ife, to widen, to grow wide, which is ife. So now, if I replace the Iwa Oya, just saying it as ordinary word, with lacking the understanding that Oya is the name of a person, the name of the husband that she's expecting to come, that she wished that now Jacob will be able to come to me, which is the Oya itself. So just say Oya, that means Iwa, the coming of wide, overflow, which is Ife, that is to widen out, which is under Yoruba word to means to fe, ko fe. So that is where that Fi sound came out from, that Iwa Oya, because not removing the understanding of that name Oya is actually for Jacob, just saying, using it as an ordinary word, overflow. So Iwa of overflow, it means to widen out, that is Ofe. So Ile Iwa Oya now become Ile Ife. Ile Ife, and that is why the Levi sound, the Fi sound came in, and then even the English they were able to they use the word Levite, and so if that is now coming out, and then we have them in the tribe of Levi, in the what's it called, the tribe of Levi is actually Ile Ife, and so that means the Levites in the Bible are the people of Ile Ife, Ile Ife, and so of course automatically it means that the priest family is I mean the Oni of Ife is rightly going to be the priest, the high priest. But we'll continue to that later. Well, I feel like taking water. Sorry. Naphtali. So that's the next tribe. Now it means to wrestle, to struggle. Struggle. So now let's look at the meaning of the name. So this P here, this consonant, the letter that was used to represent here could sound as P, could sound as F. So P and F has the same Hebrew letter. P and F has the same Hebrew letter, P and F. So, and sometimes when you use F for the names, you will get a Yoruba word that means exactly the same thing. Even if you put P again, you will still get, now just as we're going to see here. Now, I say, so the after adding vowels, nu ipeta aleyi, nu ipeta aleyi. So I can say, so from that I get the tribe, I get the name Nupe. So that is the Nupe people, the same Nupe people that used to claim the Yoruba is from among them, and Yoruba will claim and Nupe is from among them. Don't mind the two of them. They are just lost. They are both lost children. They are lost generation. So that's why they are fighting. They are actually descendants of the same Oya Ikoibi, that is Òyáṣeríálà. So the Nupe people are what? Are direct descendants of the one called Naphtali. The Nupe people. So Nupe Tatiolei. Now, if I don't want to say Nupe Tatiolei, I can say Inu Ipa. Ipa means might. Inu Ipa ti ale. Ale means, that means struggle, kind of tough. So Inu Ipa ale, like is, this fighting that is hard, like is tough. Then it could be Inu Ipa ti ale, that is in the might of, that is so strong, that is so tough. That is, if I said Inu Ipa, then it would be Nupa. Then it could be Inu Ifa. Inu Ifa, that is Ifa is also, that means troubling when you are struggling with somebody. And then Kile Jonfa, that is what are you struggling over. So if I put F, then to be Inu Ifa Tiolei. Then also so that means it will be Nufa. Alright. And also it could also be Nino Ipeta, Nino Ipa, then Nino Ipo. Yoruba will say nǹkan tí mo máa bẹ́ pò. Nǹkan tí mo máa bẹ́, nǹkan tá a jọ máa pò. That is what that is the, it's talking about struggling and wrestling. All these words, the same thing. So then if I use that, then it will be no ipo tiolei, no ipo tiolei. And in my study about the Nupe people, I found out that their names could also sound. They said they are called Nupe, they are called Nupa, they are called actually. So when I look at all those possible words, all those names that they said they call themselves, I find out that all those names will come out from here. So if I put Nupa, then that is Nupa. No, all those names will come out from here, depending on how I want to put. That means those that bring out those different names, they understood what this thing I am doing, they have done it, and they were able to bring out those names that the way they were coming out. That means there was a time what I am doing to you now that you are reading is normal knowledge, is what these people know and that they used to do, and they were able to bring out those names in their various forms. But it was lost. So that is why somebody is claiming you are from me, I am from you, and all those stupid claims, childish claims, instead of working together and becoming strong and then becoming a formidable force. But actually it is a curse. The Bible says the house of Israel will fight against one another. All those tribes, they will attack each other. So that is why all the, and because of this their idolatry that they give themselves to, so they become cursed. That is why the Fulani is ruling over all of them today. Even the Yorubas that are not being ruled, but Fulani is having influence upon them. But look at the Nupe now. Fulani is their lords. So most of them are under Fulani. Even when I was the work I did on, I've always been saying in the work I did on cities, Asian cities, I see Kanawa coming out, and Kanawa are the people of Kano. I see the name that sound Katsina coming out, and Katsina people, they have a claim which is online. If you can check, they have a claim that they are descendants of Israel. The Kanawa people they also have that claim that they are descendants of Israel. But so you can see that the work I am doing here is just confirming, even though it is Yoruba word coming out from this Torah, it is confirming all these things. So you can see that. So this work is not. This work is to establish the truth and to restore identity. And restoration of identity is the restoration of power. And when power comes, the table must turn. That is, those that are slaves before, we know that they are not supposed to be slaves. They are supposed to be Òyáṣerí, to prevail with God and excel among men. They are not supposed to be under anybody. So that is, identity comes with power, and then power comes the turnaround. So just go down again. So we're looking at Issachar. So Issachar, it means wages. That is wages of harvest. Yes, that boy went for harvest, and he brought some of the harvested crops. And Rachel came and she collected, and then the mother was able to earn Jacob. You know, she has all. If you look at the way she's been naming her children, is that Jacob will come, but Jacob never come. But this time Jacob was able to come because of the harvest that the children, her child gave to Rachel. So Issachar. So after working the names, we have Iyo is a son, which is a son. I call it a son. I'm used to that. It's a son, sounding like Oyo. If somebody called a son a Shona, I will say, which village are you from? But actually, in the Torah, that is the way it's coming out. So I will say, so that means the person that is saying that is calling a son a Shon is right. He's saying the original word according to the Torah, which is the original, the word in its ancient form. So Iyo, Esan, Iṣẹ́ ìkó-èrè. Iyo, Esan, Iṣẹ́ ìkó-èrè. So now, ọmọ yẹn kó èrè, èrè tó kó wálé. Yes, ọmọ yẹn kó èrè, that is the child, the boy, took harvest and was coming in. And it is that ìkó-èrè, that is the harvest that he took, that he gave to Rachel, and the reward of that is Issachar. So Issachar is the reward of harvest given to Rachel. So Iyo, Ẹ̀san, Iṣẹ́ ìkórè, Iṣẹ́ ìkórè, Iṣẹ́ ìkórè. So look at it. The tribe called Ishekiri. Now, because on my study of Ishekiri too, they said the name means load. So I wonder how a tribe called themselves load. Eru. All right. So it's like saying that this is the load of harvest. So the name Issachar is the name that is called Issachar, that the English call Issachar, the modern Hebrew call Issachar. Actually means the name called Issachar actually means a minute, please. I want to. the laptop is completely actually low, so I have to plug it. Thank you. So iyọ̀, èsán, ẹ̀san, iṣẹ́, ìkórè. So I will say, or I can say, if I want to change it, I can say iṣẹ́, ìkí, èrè. But I will call it, that is the Yoruba today sound more close. Iṣẹ́, ìkó, èrè. Ìkó, èrè. So iṣẹ́, ìkó, èrè. So I'll say that this is more like the Ishekiri tribe. The people call Ishekiri. Descendant of this Ishe Ikoiri, which that is Isaka. And another name is that there's another community still among these people, Ishekiri and this thing, in the south too, among the Port Harcourt, are called Eson tribe. They call themselves Eson. So it shows that these Eson people too, they are what? They are descendant of what? Isaka. So that means Ishekiri people and Eson people. And these Eson people, that is where there's this popular politicians. I want to remember his name. Rotimi Amici, against from Asian tribe. So these Asian people and the Shekri people, they are descendants of what? Of Isaka, but they are bearing different names. So you can see, and so the two names are fragments of the same name. Different fragment from the same name. So Asian, then Ishe Kori. So this Ishe Ikoiri, I will take it as is what that they have mutilated to become Ishekiri. And then Ishon are the Ishon people. That one still sounding right. So both of them are from the tribe of Issachar. So you see the Ishon people, they still bear Yoruba names. Yeah, bearing Yoruba name because that is who well, I will not say you are Yoruba. I will not say they are Yoruba because they are not Yoruba people. Even those that call themselves Yoruba today, only God knows how they get the Yoruba names. But yes, we can see, well, I have an idea on that, but they are not Yoruba people. So everybody is actually sons of Òyáṣeríálà, and that is why they call the upper part of the river of which they call Oya, which they name after their father, which is Òyáṣeríálà, is actually Oke-Oya. It's talking about the upper part of their nation, of their kind of group of nation, group of community. So Iyọ̀, Ẹ̀san, Iṣẹ́, Ìkórè, that is Ishekiri. Now the next one is let's look at Dan. It means leader, judge, leader, mostly leader. So this is DNNY. Adaniniyi, that is somebody that lead, a leader. So a leader, Adaniniyi, and the name is DNNY. So that means the name Dan is an incomplete name. The name we just called Dan is an incomplete name. The name is DNNY, 2N. So and Dan, thus being Dan did not. That means it's kind of that one is also a fragment. Dan is a fragment of the name, of the whole name. So actually Dani. That is one that lead men, that lead others. Yoruba say Oda ẹran, Oda kini, to Oda wọn lọ, Ibo da lọ. Ta ló ń dá wọn, that is who is leading them. So they call this Dan, that's Adani, one a leader, Adani Niyi. So now, actually for this particular tribe, I am still looking for a tribe among in Southwest here that may keep this name. And I know I don't have to look in Southwest alone. I have to look throughout the West Africa, because the Hebrew from the Yemen kingdom. Yeah, the last Hebrew kingdom is the kingdom of Yemen. So when they moved from Yemen down to West Africa here by Inoa, even though the Islamic scholars wrote that he died, but Islamic scholars actually know what they are doing by lying, by building up the lie that he died. So that is we were discussing some, and we are talking about those areas about the history from Yemen to West Africa. So now, and where the palace of Oni of Ife is located today is called Inoa, and their king in Yemen also Inoa. So that means that Inoa from Yemen came to Ife and is the one that stayed in Ife, and where the palace of Oni of Ife today is called, that community is called Inoa. Even though Oni of Ife is not a descendant of Inoa, is not a king. Oni of Ife is a tribe of, is a priest Iko Oni, Iko Oni. The name for priest is actually Iko Oni. It is KHN, Iko Oni, Iko Oni. So it is that name that was shortened to Oni today. So from that we can see that Oni of Ife is a priest, and actually as a priest he reigns over the whole house of Israel. So he is above, not just because he's a priest. He's not Oni of Ife. So that is stupidity. So that is like comparing him to a king. So it's not Oni of Ife. So Iko Oni is above the whole house of Jacob. So it should be Iko Oni Oya or Koibi. Now let's move that. Iko Oni Òyáṣeríálà. So I mean, every descendant of Jacob, they are subjected to what? To the priest, to the high priest, which is Iko Oni. That is the one they call Oni of Ife today. So it's what that's called. So now, so you can see, so from Inoa to, so when they came to West Africa, so they possessed the whole of West Africa before the rebellion, the first rebellion in West Africa. So, but we're not telling the story now. What we're looking at here is this. So this Adani is a right to look around. But I found something that I can say Ibadan is like that. Is the people original class of Ibadan they are from this tribe of Dan. Now there's a proverb about the Ibadan people. They said Ibadan ibiti ole gbejare olohun, that is the stranger, thief, people that keep ojare olohun, that is they win the owner of things. Ibadan. Well, today that word is people used to they've raised a lot of stories to justify that proverb, but from the Torah there's a story about the tribe of Dan. When the other tribe of Israel have gotten a location, the tribe of Dan, they've not gotten a location, and they scouted a particular city, and they said that city, the people there, the owner of those city, they are there peacefully. They are not even ready for war. So while they were going on the way, they stole an high priest. No, they stole a priest. Okay, a Levite. So they stole a priest who was a priest to a particular family, to an idol. Actually, Israelite family worshiping idol. So they have a Levite that they made a priest. So when the tribe of Dan were going, they stole the idol, they stole the priest. So Ibiti Ole, that is Ole is more like strangers. Ole, somebody that come up on top. They stole priest, they stole the idol. Then when they got where they were going also, those people were not even expecting, and those people did not have helpers. So they came, Bible said they came upon them, and they overwhelmed those people. They killed all of them. So now that place become their home, their homeland. So now from here I can use the word like Iba. So Iba is that means a place where they stay, where you lodge. So Iba Adani, which is come from here. Iba Adani nibiti ule gbejare olohun. So it's the name coming out Adani, and then the story from the Bible and the proverbs. See what I call is the Oriki. Now for the Ibadan people actually fitting together into the name and the situation. What happened? The eulogy for tribe Ibadan people fit in the name and the what happened to the tribe of Dan. How they get their location. So it's actually fitting together. So I might be tempted and categorically say those that actually started Ibadan. Actually, I mean what you call Ibadan is actually Iba Adani, and then they are from the tribe of Dan. But that assurance is not like the authority with which I will say the Sham people are Issachar, the Shekiri people are from Issachar, the Owu people are Judah. So those one are very clear from the names coming out. Then we also have Gad, a tribe called Gad. Jesus, Gad. So that is GD. It means troop comment, troop or host comment. So that is Ogunde, Ogun. So the word for, on Yoruba, the word for host, Oguntide, that is the host of the enemy has come. Ogunde, troop comet or troop attack. So troop comet, Ogunde, that the host has come. Ogunde. So the tribe of God is Ogunde. And Ogunde is a very strong Yoruba word. It's clearly Yoruba word. Perhaps still looking for, I can still categorically say we have people in among the, though we have people bearing the name Ogunde, Ogunde. So that is Ogunde. That is host has come to. We have people bearing this as a name, as their family name. Probably those people bearing Ogunde are from the tribe of God. But I've not really seen a community, though there is Ogun State, but Ogun State is made up of the Ijebus, which are more like the Jebusites. The Egbas are more like looking at the Ake people, they are more like Judah, or they are Judah. So, but from the tribe of God, I'm still looking at, except you're going to say maybe the Egbado people. Yes, probably the Egbado people. They might be tribe of, it might be people from, like so those Ilaro side. It might probably be Ogunde. But for now, I've not really gotten any group of people that merge in any community that have a name that fits in directly into this yet. So next is the tribe we call Asher. According to English Bible, we call it Asher. It means blessed. Blessing is not talking about money, but in children, because she has many children. So the people will call me blessed. They will call her blessed. That is, they will call her somebody that is full with children. That is source of children, something like that. That is because she is full of children. They will call her blessed. So after working on, so this is the way it was written in the Torah, Asher. And after addition of vowels, we have Eyi Oshun Iru. So more today, if I want to speak proper Yoruba today, I will say Eyi Oshun Iru. So that means she's a source of children. She's somebody that is just bringing forth. You know, it's like today when Yoruba want to talk about somebody that's always giving birth. And like someone that is always, she's just anytime the husband come near her, pregnant, deliver again, bam. It's just that the husband must not come near her. Immediately the husband comes near, she's pregnant. Or any man comes near her, she's done. She's pregnant. Like it's somebody that is very, very fruitful. So and Iru means children. Iru is a word used for child. Even pregnancy, well, it's more of child, because I say Ohu Iru, that is to grow a child. Iru, that is a resemblance. So Eyi Oshun Iru. So from the name, I will say the people, that's the original Oshun people. I'm not talking of Oshun State. This is not about Oshun State. That is the people that answer that name, Oshun. The people that name that river, Oshun. The people around the river who are the main bearer of that name. They are descendants of the tribe of Asher. The tribe we call Asher in the English and in the modern Hebrew. So Eyi Oshun Iru. And also, let's look at it. Even the idolatry that they turn, there's an idolatry that is Oshun River. This Oshun River. Now, they are worshipping that river. Now, and one thing they call that river is that what? Fruitfulness. That is, anyone that needs child, when you go to that Oshun, they say they have Yeye Oshun. All right, that Oshun will give them child. That means that idol is an idolatry that gives child, idol of child giver. And the name here that Leah said people will call her is Oshun Iru, somebody that is productive, that is, always giving out, that is Oshun, that someone that is fruitful, someone that has many abundance children, that is Oni Omolara, somebody that have plenty children in her body. So it's just for the husband to just come one time, bam, she don't get brele, a child don't come. So she's very fruitful. So Oshun Iru, she said people will call her that, and that is the name she gave to the child. So more like what she said people will call her is what they are actually calling her. Now they idolize her with that name, Oshun Iru, that is a producer of child. Now they are worshiping Oshun as a river that give child. So you see, there's a lot of all these things are working together to show that they are the same thing, and it is true. The reason why she gave herself that name, and she used that name for the child, but it's the same purpose for which they are worshiping River Oshun. So it's more like this. Those people that came from Yemen, they understood the meaning, what I'm reading, they understood all these things. So they named a river after her. When they saw a river, they named it after her. And when their idolatry the cause of idolatry upon them, the stupidity of idolatry, that they worship their dead fathers, they started worshiping the river after Leah, who is always giving birth. So they turn it to a god. They turn out to a goddess that give child. So you can see that, and that is why all the curses has come upon them, because they always go back into idolatry. They always go back to idolatry. Throughout the Bible, it's always like that. Even outside the Bible, and we can see that is why we are here today, always worshiping idols, also worshiping Shango. Shango was a don't worry, don't let me be saying that now. You see, you see about Shango, you see all those that one. But they are so madly in love with worshiping the dead. Now, there's nothing wrong about keeping your history, writing your history, so that you know your ancestors. But worshiping them is stupidity. Because if they are actually God, they shouldn't have died. So that is the stupidity, and Satan wants to keep them captive. He introduced them demons to them to be overseeing all those nonsense they are doing. All right, we are not here for that today. So that tribe of Asher. So let's go to Zebulon. I'm sorry, I never know this is going to be this lengthy. I'm sorry. Hey, Jesus Christ. And how? All right. I think let me stop here in this video. So I'll continue in the second video. So I'll continue with the tribe of Zebulon. So that's for easy uploading. So thank you very much. Watch out for the second video. From Zebulon to the end of the work for today. Thank you. God bless you. This is from Yoruba Torah Research Institute. Ibu irekun oyo iwa shall be upon you forever and ever. In Jesus' name. Amen.